Okay, first up we're going to talk about large diaphragm condenser mics such as this C12. Now large diaphragm condensers typically have a 1 inch or thereabouts capsule, and that's what gives them the name large diaphragm, and they're a condenser microphone, which means they're very sensitive and they're really a great choice for recording acoustic guitar. Small diaphragm condensers have a very fast type sound, and large diaphragm condensers have a smoother, slower, warmer type sound. Large diaphragm condensers often have a switchable polar pattern, which can be very, very useful. This C12 is a tube mic. Tube mics have a very rich and warm, wonderful sound for recording acoustic music. So the first mic that I'd like to demonstrate is this C12. Let's take a listen to it now. So as you can hear, this microphone has a really sweet top end and a really warm, rich low end, and it just has a very smooth musical sound. It's a fantastic vocal microphone also. It's one of my favorite microphones that I feel very honored to own. I use it a lot. The next microphone we'll talk about is the Neumann M149. This is a tube microphone also, and it has a little bit more of an aggressive mid-range, and I really love it on acoustic guitar, so let's take a listen now. So as you can hear, a beautiful, vintagey, warm, sensitive sound. I picked this microphone up used for less than half the retail price, and it's in great condition. Next up we have the Neumann U87. This is a real classic microphone. It's kind of an industry standard, and it has a very classic, smooth sound. Has quite a nice top end. It's not a tube microphone, so when you plug it in, you need to give it phantom power. These have been used on a lot of records. I think they came out in the 60s or 70s, and this is just a fantastic microphone. Let's take a listen to the way it sounds. So as you can hear, the U87 has a wonderful sound. I do not own this microphone. I rented it from Blackbird Studio here in Nashville for this demonstration, but it's just a studio classic. I use these mics on my Time Jumpin' album. We used 2 of them sitting there like that in front of the guitar. Next up we have the AKG C414. This is also a classic microphone used on so many recordings. Stevie Wonder used to use it on his vocals. It was one of Chet Atkins' favorite guitar mics. The early 414 microphones had the same capsule as the C12, I believe. So there's some kind of similarities there. So let's take a listen to it now. So as you can hear, this mic has a fantastic sound. It has a smoothness and a warmth, and just a wonderful tone. I do not own this microphone. I rented it for demonstration purposes for this course. Next up, we have the Audio-Technica 4033. Now this is not technically a large diaphragm condenser. They call it a medium diaphragm. So the capsule is a little bit smaller. It has a fixed cardioid polar pattern, and you need to power it with 48 volt phantom power. It is quite an affordable mic. I've seen them go used for about $200 US. So this is a great option for anyone just starting out recording. Let's take a listen to it now. So as you can hear, it's quite a flat sounding microphone. It has a nice balanced tone, and I use this microphone on my Let Me Introduce You album. We used it on quite a few acoustic guitar parts. I do not own this microphone, but I rented it for demonstration purposes. So those are the large diaphragm condensers I wanted to demo for you. There were 2 tube microphones, which I own, and then there were 3 solid state microphones, which are all great options for recording acoustic music. Next up, we're going to listen to some small diaphragm condensers.